So this happened in Florida.
I'm across on signs near some homes. Not the regular political or for sale signs. These are signs identifying the property as drug houses.
News Channel 7's Danny Travis is there to tell us more on the plan to defeat the county's meth problem.
Sheriff A.J. Smith is about to start his second term in January. Smith said he's dedicated to taking care of Franklin County's meth problem by using successful old strategies and coming up with new ones. According to the Franklin County Sheriff's Office, the county has had a bad meth problem since before A.J. Smith became sheriff. And while these signs have been around for 2 years, they got a new look as of Tuesday afternoon.
Don't do drugs. Be a productive part of your community. Don't be a part of the community that makes it bad. And that's what,
This motherfucker is probably on drugs. It is amazing to me how many high-functioning drug addicts there are, especially in our government. It's about policing the poor. It has nothing to do with drug usage.
Places like this are the bad part of our community, and we want to see people being productive, being a positive part of their community.
Sheriff Smith says one way they're
Well, you're not doing that.
is by letting the public know the specific places where people are selling and using drugs. The idea came about when arrested users were telling deputies where they are buying the drugs. People at this specific
fucking
property were
narcs
arrested recently for using meth, but Sheriff Smith says they still haven't learned their lesson.
The folks that live here are tired of it. I'm tired of it. She's already been arrested, been in jail for selling drugs, and will not quit. So I'm going to let everybody know. And this is one way to do it. We're going to put a sign out here. It's on.
Hey, dude, you know what? She might have an addiction issue. It's not a crime. It's a mental health problem. And shaming them isn't going to do anything to stop that problem. Probably compound it and make it worse. Just like gelling them compounds it and makes it worse. Do you know how you get people off drugs? You destigmatize them. You make it to where people can come forward and get help instead of criminalizing them. I hope that he sticks one of those signs out in somebody's yard and they fucking sue. Now, I would assume in order to win in civil court, you would have to not be arrested. And it sounds like he's doing it to people that have already been arrested before. But my God, I hope he puts it out in front of somebody's house that has the power to get an attorney and embarrass this motherfucker. But I'm also tired of taxpayer money, of my dollars, going to sue the cops. And the cities, the municipalities have to pay it out. What leftists? I don't know what you're talking about. Maybe you support Nazis like this motherfucker, or the ones that we saw taser an innocent person just now. Yeah, I'm not down with that, and if that makes me a leftist, sure. It doesn't matter. If they are selling and manufacturing, all they're doing is participating in our capitalist economy. They ought to be praised as the entrepreneurs that they are. It's policing the poor.
County
Fuck this guy especially.
Says investigators monitor the surveillance to see who is coming and going into a house. And if someone destroys the sign, they will be arrested. I tried to speak with each of the residents at these houses where the signs were placed. And even though we did see them through the windows, no one came to answer the door. Even the neighbors declined to comment. But one person was more than happy to comment. Franklin County Jail inmate Charles Carpenter wants to warn others of how he says meth ruined his life.
I used to be a pretty good guy, before I got on methamphetamines, and everybody in this community loved me, and they don't love me no more.
Carpenter says the feeling of losing everything to drugs is horrible. He adds he hopes what he says affects the people who currently use or sell meth in this community.
Stop now, because
It does sound like some Duterte shit.
The police don't get you, it's gonna kill you. Because it's killed a lot of people that I know, and it ain't done.
Carpenter says after being in jail multiple times, he is ready to listen and make a difference in the community. Sheriff Smith says his goal is to be a...
Dude, I doubt you could define socialism. You want to talk about it? I'll give you the chance. Call in 917-830-4359. Hop in the Discord with me. Yeah, I'm sure. Especially if they put it out there on the right of way at the street, so it's on public property. That's what dumb fucks do. False analogies. I seriously hope he puts a sign out in front of the wrong person's home. But as I said, it's going to be hard to prove in civil court if you've already been arrested for it once. Even if you weren't doing it at the time, if you have that arrest on your record. It's going to be hard to win in civil court, unfortunately. Suspected meth house.
Drug.
And sheriffs in this country have way too much power.
Free community. Sheriff Smith said that he's focusing on rehabilitation instead of incarceration and asking addicts to come forward if they need help. And if not, they're going to jail. He also adds that if you see something, to say something. In Franklin County, Danny Travis, News Channel 7.
Hey, I understand how somebody can get hooked on meth. If you've ever done one of the party drugs and had sex, like the people in the orgy that that risked their lives on the COVID to go do a little party and play. Just like the dude from Hungary that we did last night, having the orgy, had ecstasy in his pocket. Because this is ecstasy, meth, they're cousins.